Hi, good evening. My name is Leonard Munson, the nomadic astrologer. My website is readings by leonardtmunson.net. Okay. From the luminaries, the sun and the moon, to the benefics, which are expansive Jupiter and romantic Venus, and good old information suave messenger planet Mercury. The celestial bodies of our solar system are perpetually making their way through the zodiac, delivering all-inspired shifts, change, and new narratives. And for the first time since April the 17th, 2018, Chiron, the minor planet and comet, will occupy an entire new sign. Chiron represents the wounded warrior, someone that assists everyone who asks for his assistance to help them heal themselves. And when it was time for Chiron to heal himself, these people were not there to assist him in his purging of healing himself. So when Chiron goes into your sign, it deals with issues that needs to be healed. These could be, for instance, it moved into Taurus, so this could be issues that's connected with love, finances, work, possession, beauty, and luxury. These are the issues that needs to be healed. And it also represents to help you to gain your self-worth, your confidence, regaining your power of you. So Chiron was discovered in 1977 by astronomer Charles T. Caval. Chiron is named after a character in the Iliad, whom Homer calls the wisest and just of all the centaurs. After spending the last 6+ years in Aries, the cardinal fire sign known for being competitive, self-focused, direct, and action-orientated, the planet Or, which is referred to in astrology as the wonderful healer, will enter Taurus, the fixed earth sign, on June the 19th, spending 3 months moving through the sensual, grounded, practical, and slow and steady sign of the bull in turn. Will be encouraged to acknowledge fears, bolster self-acceptance, and heal old wounds around Taurus themes: self-worth, value, material possession, money, comfort, and indulgence. Chiron dip into Taurus will be brief in 2026, but next year it will land there on April the 14th and remain in the Earth sign until 2033. Well, this initial sign change will affect everyone differently thanks to Chiron moving through a particular house of your natal chart. 4 signs in particular are set for especially apparent healing. And the first sign is Taurus. As Chiron enters your sign and first house of self, you'll be fired up to run the show and step into leadership opportunities, soaking in the spotlight as you share your most brilliant ideas, passions, and proposals, and very much at top priority now. But you will need to acknowledge deep-rooted insecurities and fears around being seen before you can make the most of this transit. Identify and power are key themes that you'll be exploring during this quick preview of Chiron time here, which will become an even more significant story from 2027 to 2033. How have you held yourself back from standing strong in your sense of self? And how can you practice radical self-acceptance in order to empower yourself and others. The next sign is Leo. As Chiron begins its trip through Taurus, your 10th house of career will be activated, highlighting past wounds and healing opportunities tied to making your mark and earning recognition from higher ups. Since 2018, you have been on a journey that has sparked insecurities about your spiritual views, ideas, and perspectives, and challenging you to get clear on what you actually believe. In turn, you have come to see yourself as even more of a leader with a clear sense of your worldview, and you are now prepared to command greater authority. You will first need to release outdated narratives about professional limitations and what you are capable of. That is the self-work this transfer will fuel, and your healing can make it possible for you to lead just as you know you were born to. Scorpio. While in Taurus, Chiron will enter your 7th house of partnerships, unearthing any fears, insecurities, and old wounds linked to being part of a pair. Whether you have felt like your voice has been silenced within past one-on-one relationships, or that there has been a lack of reciprocity, it's time to take a look at these hurts and move through them once and for all. Do your best to bring grounded, steady approach to conversations with a significant other, dear friend, or loved one with whom you are working through differences. And watch out for a surge of fixed energy that can make it tough to adapt, pivot, and bolster your harmony by being up for this shared work and embracing vulnerability. You will forge on even more fulfilling connection. The 4th sign, as it kicks off its journey through Taurus, Aquarius, Chiron will activate your 4th house of home life, which will surface old wounds tied to your family, sense of security, or ideal of home. It is time to face these hurts head on, which will boost your sensitivity to other people's heartaches that mirror your own. You could be an especially empathetic friend or significant other, and your intuition will also be boosted by this transit. Everything you do to care for your emotional well-being will lay important groundwork for nurturing others. You will also open yourself up to life-changing wisdom and compassion and caregiving, security, and family. Okay, so these are the 4 signs that it will embrace more than anyone else. And if you have anything in your solar or natal chart that's in these 4 houses, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, then that will affect you too. For the rest of the signs, it will only affect your rising sign. So if you have a rising sign in this, so if you have a rising sign, moon and sun in Taurus, it's going to affect you directly. If you have a rising sign, sun or moon in Leo, it's going to affect you directly. If you have a sun, rising sign or moon in Scorpio, it will affect you directly too. If you have a sun, moon, a rising sign in Aquarius, it will affect you directly. Okay. So this is part 1 for the signs that they will affect directly. We will proceed with the rest of the signs that it will not directly affect them. Okay? And if you have a rising sign in one of these 4 signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, it's going to affect you directly too. So what is the cap? These are the 4 signs that's going to affect with the transit of Chiron moving into Taurus directly.